We are going to focus on the before reading strategies, or pre-reading. It's also called skimming, previewing, which is a concept, or you look ahead to see what's coming, surveying. All these are words synonymous with pre-reading or before reading. So what is pre-reading? It's actionable steps that you consciously take every single time before you read that text, or before you read that material, before you read that book. It's skimming, looking over it, and I don't care what kind of textbook it is, but you're locating key ideas, main headings, bold words, pictures, graphs, any of those kind of things before you go into the reading. Pre-reading allows you to think about what you already know about something and then kind of predict what you're going to learn that's new. It sets the stage to increase your comprehension, and pre-reading can increase your reading speed and efficiency. Let's talk about some of these tools as we go. So why is it important? Why in the world do I need to pre-read? Why can't I just start reading? It's just like a sport. When you've done some physical exercise or played on a team or in that sport, it's important. You've got to prepare. You've got to warm up your body. Get it ready, because you know you're about to do something. Same way with reading. You're warming up. You're getting your mind ready, getting that mental mindset. Hey, I'm going to read something. I'm going to perform my best. I want to increase my comprehension. I want to understand what I'm learning. So it's like a warm-up. Here are 6 strategies that you need to learn how to do before you read. And we'll go through each one. Set a purpose, do a preview or an overview, activate your background knowledge, recognize or know, hey, my background knowledge is insufficient. Know how to build that background knowledge up, and then confidently, eagerly approach reading. Let's look at the first one, which is set a purpose. You want to set a purpose for reading. Why are you going to read this material? Because my instructor told me I had to do it. It's an assignment. Well, that could be a purpose, but seriously, you need to know why you're reading it. It kind of gives a goal for that reading time. It focuses your attention. It directs your path. You can kind of predict where problems may come, maybe predict what outcomes may come, but you need to set a purpose. Sometimes it is, my instructor told me I have to do this for an assignment, so I better know what I'm doing. And then you have to maybe look at the title and go, okay, here's the title, so I'm going to try to find out what this means in the title. Then you want to preview, skim, look over the material. First thing you always want to do is look at the title. Notice headings, subheadings, how it is structured, the content. Are there any pictures? Are there graphs there? And just glance at them. You can kind of get an idea of what it's going to be about. Captions. Is there a section on the author? Sometimes that little bit of section, and if you read it about the author, it just sends off a light bulb. Oh, I know where this author's coming from now. Length of material. Now, just for a moment, just think back. Why would knowing the length of the material be important? You need to know how long it is. You can set your time, plan out your time by looking through. I want you to glance at how long, how many pages is it. As you're skimming, as you're previewing, notice any bold words, any words that just pop out, new vocabulary words that you're unfamiliar with. Now, all of this doesn't take very long. It just takes, 5 to 10 minutes to do this complete pre-reading part. Activate your background knowledge. You want to make connections to what you already know. It's kind of like the hook. I know something and I can relate to it. Text to self. Whatever you're reading, can you relate it to something about you or in your past, okay? Or something you're familiar with. Also, when you're just doing that previewing, can you relate it to something going on in the world. You know, in the news you've heard, text to text. I read another article, I read another book that had this seems like it's set up like something else I read. So that's text to self, text to world, and text to text. Recognize when knowledge is limited. Now, I know you're not diving into the reading yet, but when it's about a topic and you're getting a gist of what it's going to be about, know if your knowledge is inadequate about this subject matter. It could be even in math, history, and say, and it's just really a realization, hey, I don't know much about this topic. It's inadequate, so I might struggle through this reading. It's just recognizing that and accepting that, and then knowing what tools to use to get through it. Know how to build up your background knowledge. Where can you learn more about this topic? Are there resources on campus that can maybe help you with this? Are there videos that you can look up? Tutorials, pictures, other books? Do you need to connect with an expert or a professor or even peers? Or you do need to do a quick lookup on something. I have no idea what that word means. I need to look it up. And never stop learning, right? Confidently and eagerly approach reading. You've got to have that mindset even before you read. I'm here to learn. I'm going to learn something new that maybe I never knew before. And be positive about that. I love learning. I always love to learn new things. So do that eagerly. Create a positive mindset to approach the task before you. Know that you're going to use strategies to get through the material. And that will build your confidence as well. And then just value the learning that's taking place. You're going to learn something. So here are the 6 pre-reading, before reading strategies. You're going to set a purpose. You're going to preview, get an overview, a big main idea what this is going to be about. Activate your background knowledge. Can you relate it to yourself or relate it to something that's going on in the world today? Recognize when you don't have enough background knowledge on the topic, and then know how to build it up. And then confidently and eagerly approach reading tasks. Books open your mind. They broaden your mind and strengthen you as nothing else can. I want you to be a leader one day, a leader who is a reader.